I was so excited when Babylon Leather sent me their mini sling bag kit to assemble to show you how easy it is to make and how beautiful it is when it's done. The kit comes with absolutely everything you need. All the pieces are precisely cut and with the holes, all the hardware, the tools, the straps, everything you need. Plenty of thread, the needles, the clips, everything to make a beautiful bag. So you start by putting the pocket on the outside of the bag. And as a rule of thumb throughout the whole pattern, when you are cutting your thread, cut it 4 times the length of the stitching that you're going to be doing in that section. And you put a needle on each end of the thread, and you go up and down with each needle to make your stitching, and this will lock your threads together. After you do each stitching though, pull it nice and tight. If you forget to pull it tight, it's not the end of the world, but it does just leave a nicer look when you pull it tight after each stitch. When you get to the end, you're going to just want to tie a knot in the back, and it might not be necessary to do this, but I just put a little dab of glue on my knot when it's done just to keep it locked in place. It's usually pretty secure, but with the pocket, I didn't want it to pull out, so I just put a dab of glue there. Next, you can put the tag on the front of the bag, and you just put an X on each side of the tag with your stitching to put a cute little accent on the bag. Now we're going to sew around the zipper. Again, make 4 times the length of your thread. Use the clips that they provide and stitch along the bottom of the zipper first. And so just travel along the bottom of the zipper. When you get to the other side, we're going to add on the other piece to that. And when I do that, you can clip it on there, but I found it was much easier just to tie a little string on each corner, matching up the correct holes on each piece. I just tied a little string in there, and then you sew across just as you've done with your 2 needles. Before you go any further, you're going to want to put your hardware on. So this little piece centers on the little tab on the side of each bag. So center your holes on there, put your ring in the little leather tab first, and stitch it into place on the inside of your bag. And now it's time for the side gusset. Measure your 4 times length of thread, and that piece just follows the curve of the bag. So it will be a little thicker when you go over the tab that you just put on, so you might need to use some pliers to pull your needle through, but just stitch it nice and tight and then follow the curve of the bag. When I got to the end of that first gusset, I went ahead and tied off that so then I could start with the thread on the top and travel around that way. So when you fold the bag over, it fits really nice following the curve. So you do the same stitch all the way around, just pull your thread tight. When you get to the other side, you're just going to follow the curve, the same method. It is really nice. The holes all line up perfectly. Again, it might be a little tough on some of them with the tab in there. Just use some pliers, but it is really refreshing how well these holes line up. The last step is to put your strap on. So they give you the Chicago screws to do that with. And on these, I would highly suggest putting a dab of glue because they might loosen up. So just put a little tiny dab of glue on there before you assemble the screw, and then just tighten it up with the tools they provide. And you do that with the buckle as well. Slip the buckle in, put the tongue through the slit, and then put your Chicago screw in with the glue on that part as well. So here the bag is all done. I have been wanting one of these bags for a very long time. I love to travel and to be able to have this and have my belongings secure. I am incredibly impressed with the quality of the kit, the quality of the leather. So if you have any questions when you're assembling yours, please comment down below. But check out our other Babylon videos of other purses that I've made. You won't be disappointed.